ओडोरेंट 2, ओडोरेंट 7, पहले हमने 7 के साथ शुरू किया था कि 7 ओडोरेंट डाले थे और उसके साथ में इस तरीके का फॉर्म हम उनको दे रहे थे। जब हमने पीजीआई और धन्वंतरी में किया ना, तो इस तरीके का फॉर्म हम उनको दे रहे थे कि ओडोरेंट 1, जैसे इसमें होगा 1। सो ये क्या आप स्मेल कर पा रहे हैं, हाँ या ना? अगर हाँ तो ये क्या है? तो ऐसे करके ये 7 है। यहाँ पे पेशेंट का डिटेल आता है, फिर वो हॉस्पिटल में है ना, जब उसको वो कोविड पेशेंट करता है तो इसकी फिर कैमरे से फोटो लेता है और हमें जो एनालिसिस करना है वो इससे ही आता है, मतलब कैमरे से हमारे पास आता है। हम इसको दोबारा टच नहीं करते ताकि वो इन्फेक्शन वगैरह का चांस है। ये हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि इसका ऑयल फॉर्म में ला रहे हैं, ताकि मतलब अभी कुछ कुछ हमें है ना चेंज करने पड़ेंगे ये सब चीज़ों में, ताकि इस फॉर्म में हम इसको लेके आ पाए। एक्चुअली दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सिम्टम because based on WHO reports and reports from other agencies in UK, USA and other countries, it has been seen that कि जो the smell and taste loss है, that is one of the very important symptom in COVID, and patients are feeling that they cannot smell normal things, and with the progression of disease this is going, severity of smell loss and taste loss is increasing. So we try to use this concept in order to understand that whether we can find out people at risk, whether we can screen or scan people who are at risk for these for COVID positive. So what we have done basically is we have selected some of the very specific and very peculiar smells in North Indian culture and overall Indian culture, and we have made a test out of it where we will ask individuals to smell these particular odorants. The test contain 5 different odorants and you have to smell each odorant and tell us that what is the odorant, and based on that we can figure out that whether the smell ability of given individual is intact or not. In that way we can figure out if the person is at risk or if we can scan or screen these individuals. So the main use of this test will be in 2 ways. One is basically the test is so cheap and we can make it in bulk and get so many people being tested using this test, and can identify particular areas, particular localities, particular sectors, villages where we can think that okay, the population here has this the smell disabilities based on this test, and there is a chance that maybe these areas are prone to this infection, and that can help us to categorize the areas where the focus should be more for testing or for other preventive measures which we are taking in the form of lockdowns and others. Also, this test can be used in association with the thermoscanner as at the entry points of government offices, at the entry points of maybe airports. I don't know much about airports because airports do have international people also and all that. So, but for sure at the government offices, at the malls, at other different you can say railway stations and all, we can use them there in order to in association with the thermoscanner, which we already are doing. So it is better to have two tests rather than one there. And the beauty of this test is most of these ingredients which we are using are our daily household items, and they are very specific to India, and it is very cheap, and you can do it in a minute or two, and it is all will be done through QR generated based on telephonic thing and all that. So it will be done through that. So no issues of filling the forms and all that. So it will be very convenient for each one involved. Also, if the test is successful, there are chances that we may find a way to connect it with the other apps which central government and state governments are developing. So it is possible that it may help in that way also. So the test what we have developed here is based on the smell ability of an individual, where we expect that the people who are at risk with this infection may lose their ability to smell. So the test was developed with 5 odorants, and it was then validated at the hospitals. So we validated first it at PGI MER, Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, Chandigarh, Sector 12, with under the investigatorship of Dr. Sanjay Kumar Badada. We tested 50 asymptomatic COVID positive patients there, and the data which we got was that 30% of these individuals were not able to smell 2 or more than 2 odorants out of 5. Following that, we did another validation test at Dhanvantri Medical College, Sector 46, with Dr. Sumit was investigator there, and he was involved. And there we had 40 patients, and out of that the data which we got was 31% people were not able to smell 3 or more than 3 smells out of 6 for the test we gave them. So we can assume here, and we can expect that out of total asymptomatic COVID patients, approximately 30% individuals what we are getting is cannot smell. So this is what we did with hospital validation, and now we are focusing on preparing the commercialized form of test, following which we will do a large scale field validation with the approval of required agencies, and this will give us an data which will enable us to figure out the future course of this test, how do we have to use it.